Everyone, it is Saturday. You're probably wondering, what is this chick starting a vlog at 5:30 in the morning on a Saturday? Well, I'm gonna tell you. I'm doing a photography outing today. I'm going up to a place called Out of Africa. It's a safari park. It's about maybe 2 hours north from here, maybe an hour and a half, somewhere between. I'm going to ask Sirius what the traffic's like. Hey Sirius, what's the traffic like going up to Camp Verde?
Traffic to Camp Verde is light, so it should take 1 hour and 29 minutes via I-17 North.
Thank you, Sirius. Oh, Sirius, what's the weather like in Camp Verde today? Hey Sirius, what's the weather like going up to Camp Verde?
It's currently clear on 63 degrees in Verde Village. Today's high will be 93 degrees and the low will be 63.
Thank you, Sirius. Okay, so it's a little bit cooler up there. Not much, but yeah, I got my water bottle ready. I'm gonna get my coffee ready. I'm gonna drink the coffee on the way up because caffeine. You need the caffeine. And what else am I gonna do? I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish getting ready to go. I've determined if I want to eat breakfast now or later. It's a hard decision to make. I'm not really that hungry now, but I don't know. Oh gosh, what am I gonna do? And I'm uploading the video from yesterday now. So I don't know. I'll decide in a little while. So I'll talk to you guys more in a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and get my coffee made. Let's hope I don't spill it in the car this time. I want to have breakfast now. You know what? Why not? Why not? Let's see what I'm gonna have for breakfast this morning. I can do instant oatmeal and toast. Side. Oh. No. I am about to ready to leave for Camp Verde. So, it's 6:38. So I'll make a bed. I'll get up there around 8 o'clock maybe. I don't know. 8:30. I don't know. So try not to drink so much so I can go straight up there. So I might stop once maybe. So I'm gonna try not to do that. But if I have to, I will. So I'll talk to you guys more in a little. I'll talk to you. I stopped at McDonald's in Coors Lakes on my way up. This is usually my halfway stopping point. I always stop here because it's halfway. Good place to stop for a restroom break and eating break. Yeah, I ate outside because there was not much of a choice. It was nice. So now I am going to go ahead and pull out and go up to Ada Africa. So I should be there about 30 minutes, I'm guessing. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I took the ride at Ada Africa. It took me almost 2 hours, but I stopped in Coors Lakes for a stretch break. So now I'm at Africa. I'm just waiting for the gates to open. Hopefully it won't be long. To the other part of the park. I'm going to try to walk back down when I come back. So I got in really cheap because it was my birthday month. Because it is my birthday month. This is a shuttle. I got another safari tour at 10:45. So, and then once I get done with that, I guess I'll go have lunch. Go watch the Tiger Splash show. That's always ahead for me. And then after that, I'll probably take some photos of different animals and stuff. And I guess that's about it. Yeah. So I'll talk to you guys more. Yeah, so like I said, I'm going to probably be here till 3:30 or 4 at least. Because I know I need to have time to get back to the valley. Why do I want to do that? Yeah, so. So this is like an old bus I'm on, the shuttle.
Good morning and welcome out of Africa. Serengeti here on the left is where the safari takes you inside, up close to the animals. There's another one at 10:30, one at noon, one at 3, and one at 4, maybe more, depending upon when they're needed. On the right is our 18-foot giraffe program.
Oh wow, look at that cutie.
Yeah.
Is he the one that I kissed?
Yes. That's when you kiss.
Because I'm looking at 1 or 2.
One of them passed away last year, and now we have 2 babies that are in the.
So he isn't the one I kissed.
He should have been. He's been here for quite a while.
Okay.
On the right is Jericho, a 5,000-pound white rhino. All of our habitats, like Jericho's here, you can walk around. This is a 1-mile walking path that we're on now. And all the encounters, you can walk around. And I leave down there at Marketplace every 20 minutes, on the hour, 20 minutes after the hour,
Oh, wow.
20 minutes of the hour. And I hit all 4 shuttle stops on this 1-mile path. I'll point out some of the animals as we go around. This is shuttle stop 1. On the left, as we head up the hill here, is black bear habitat. We have 4 black bears donated There's one underneath the picnic table there. On the right, as we go around the corner here, our three youngest lions that are 2 years old.
Oh, wow.
They were born here at the park. A female in there and two males. There are tigers here on the right. On the left, we have our 5 gray wolves. And the next habitat also tigers on the right. Warthogs are there, or baby warthogs are there on the right. The only mountain lion in the park is Sage over here on the right. As we come up to Shuttle Stop 2 where all the shows are the hyenas. And to get to the supermarkets, either one of those 2 paths we passed on the right, or here at Shuttle Stop 2, you can walk straight up to the tiger pool, make a right, you can get on the supermarket.
Okay.
There as well. There are restrooms here on the right, and then the critter court right there.
The info that I guess I won't be kissing any giraffes this year. I found out they are suspending that because of COVID, but I guess Chris would be happy about that. I'm not kissing a giraffe this year. He was sure jealous when I did it. Yeah. But it was a chance of a lifetime, I could say that for sure. Oh, I need to come back up here. Horseback riding! Well, we're getting ready to take a safari tour. You can see all different animals. I'll show you some to you. And here we
Alright guys,
go.
quick mic check. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Awesome. If at any point my mic does cut out, please just knock on this window for me to let me know. Alright guys, so here at Out of Africa we are safety first, so please reach under your seats, grab those seatbelts, and buckle up.
What
Just kidding guys.
What seatbelt?
Alright, so
There's no seatbelt.
first stop is actually going to be over here on the right, but really quickly, if you take a look over there on the left, we've got some African warthogs running after that tour. So we've got 3 baby warthogs right over here on the left.
Oh.
We've got 2 girls and a boy. The girls are Petunia and Poppy 2, and then we've got Hamilton, our boy. And so these guys haven't been with us for a very long time. They're only just about 6 months old now. And they're going to get really big. The male can get to be over 250 pounds fully grown. So we're excited to see just how big they get. But they were actually just let out into this big habitat just a couple weeks ago. We had them kind of in this area up front, a little grassy area that was kind of their daycare while they were growing up and getting big. And then we decided that they were ready to be let out into their big habitat. So they've been having a great time exploring all of that space.
Oh, cute.
They love digging up all the roots and just causing a bunch of mischief. So those guys are super cute, kind of like little Pumbas from the Lion King. But our first stop is actually going to be over here on the right, Savior Mountain Lion. And we're actually going to pull up to the front of his habitat and see if he would like a snack.
Of course he would like a snack. Oh, he knows. He knows something's coming. Hi, Sage.
Feed me. You guys, ready, buddy?
He knows.
Oh, cool.
Wow. This is Sage, our mountain lion. He is 3 years old now. He actually just had a birthday last week. So our core department, who are the keepers that take care of all of our large carnivores here at the park, they threw him a nice big birthday party. They went in there with him, brought him some new toys. They brought him a blood sickle, so a blood popsicle that they had made for him. And they did some paw prints with him. So he had a great time with that. So he is 3 years old now. And that's still pretty young. So in captivity, we can expect them to live up to about 12 years. It's pretty good for mountain lions. But out in the wild, 8 would be good for mountain lions in the wild.
Oh, he sees something.
Yeah, he sees something. Hey, buddy, come here. Touch it. Sage. Get his attention. So Sage is one of our rescues, and he's from Game and Fish. So he was actually found by the residents of Cornville, which is a town not too far from here, and they found him wandering around on his own as a cub. Unfortunately, his mother was most likely killed. And so they actually decided to pick him up and take him into their homes and treat him like a house cat.
Oh.
So unfortunately, because of that, by the time Game and Fish found out about him, it was too late to rehabilitate him and release him back into.
Hi, Sage.
Boss, Chippa, our female, picks up the rules and she will punish Chitabi if he does not obey. And that's kind of why Chitabi, our male, was the one doing all the laughing there. Chippa knew she didn't have to work for that, thinking she was going to get it either way. But Chitabi kind of had to assert that he really wanted some chicken too. So that's why he laughs for me, but Chippa doesn't. But when they're right next to each other, that's really the only way I can kind of tell them apart better. So Chippa is our female on the back, and she's actually slightly larger than Chitabi here. And that's because the females actually have a little more testosterone than the males. So they're going to be a little bit larger, and that's kind of the hierarchy as well, that they are the boss. Now, a common question that I'll get about these guys is, are they more closely related to cats or to dogs? They're really not closely related to either. They're in their own unique family, the Hyenidae family. But if you had to get down to it, they are actually more closely related to a civet, which is kind of a small weasel type thing. But if you really wanted to know, they are closely related to cats than they are to dogs. So, but our keepers do not actually go in with these guys anymore. So they used to when we just had the male Chitabi in there, and he was friendly enough that they could go in that habitat with him. But once we kind of got the female in there and she set the ground rules, since it is a matriarchal society, she kind of made up all these different rules. They don't speak hyena, so they didn't know that she was saying, that's my rock, that's my tree, don't go near that. So it was a little bit more of a touchy situation. So they don't go in there at all with them anymore. But our male Chitabi is 20, some of the oldest cats in the park. So Nicola here,
Oh, wow.
she's here with her sister, Katika. They are 20 years old. And then Sukari, our third one, is 21. So that makes Sukari the oldest cat at the and shoot their quills out at you. But that is not true. So if they're feeling scared, they're going to run really fast at you. These guys can run 25 miles per hour in any direction, including backwards. So they'll turn around, run really fast backwards at you, and stick you with their quills. They do have a few different types. So the ones on the outside here that are long, flimsy, not super sharp, they're more for show. It's called their guard quills. And when they're feeling scared, they can stick those straight up. They've got muscles in their back that control them, and so they can make themselves look much bigger, much more threatening, so that predators will leave them alone.
They're so cute.
Those, they've got some quills that are a little bit thicker, a little sharper. Those are called their general Saturn, bananas, and grapes. So they get a nice breakfast, and then they get an even bigger dinner, because these guys are nocturnal, so they're going to get their big meal at night. Thanks for the kisses. Yeah, thanks for the kisses.
What does she weigh?
So she is probably about, I would say maybe 30 pounds, 30, 35 max. Her Morris, though, he's smaller, and that's typical. The females are usually going to be a little bit larger. He is probably only about 25 pounds. Yeah. Is there any questions about these guys? These guys are rodents, so they're going to have forever growing teeth. They've got 2 incisors on the top and 2 on the bottom that are going to grow continuously throughout their lives. So that's why we've got to give them hard biscuits like this and things like that to be able to gnaw on to keep those teeth worn down. Out in the wild, they will actually collect things like bones and pieces of wood and stuff to gnaw on. So sometimes, like a while ago when they were kind of discovering all these caves and stuff in Africa, they'd come up on these big piles of bones and think that some mean predator must have lived there. It's actually these guys. They're just hoarding the bones that you see.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. You got a question, bud? Do they what? Do they jump? No, they can't jump. No, they actually have very poor eyesight since they are nocturnal. They don't have very good eyesight, and so things like depth perception, they can't really understand how far things are. So like that's why they're not going to try to jump out of here, because she can't really understand like even how far that is, and if she did, it would be very not graceful. So no, they're not good jumpers, and they don't have good eyesight, so they don't really try to do that.
Have these two had any babies?
No, unfortunately, we haven't had any babies from this. Yep. So she slapped that lemur in the head. That's because this is Sedona. She's our matriarch. She's also the mom, so she's extra bossy. So the rest of these guys in here are her kiddos. So they're brothers and sisters. They're all fixed to avoid any inbreeding. We do have another habitat on the other side of the park with 5 more ringtails. They're also her kids, but they're kind of the reject kids that got help her.
Oh.
But there's definitely a hierarchy in here that has to be obeyed. She's the boss of them, and she's also the boss of me. If I'm in there and I hand her the wrong piece of food, she'll slap me. She's put my hair sore. So she's definitely the boss.
So she's a slapper.
Yeah, she's like slapper. But she doesn't, thankfully, since she's an old lady, she's about 20 years old now, she doesn't have all of her teeth left, so if she bites you, it's not as bad. She's kind of nice. Yeah, these are ringtail lemurs. We do have one other species of lemur here at the park. It's our brown lemur. So we've got Missy and her son Peanut. They live over kind of by Bart the Sloth. And so that's our other species of lemur here at the park. They've kind of got a cool habitat. They've got like a walk-through path that you guys can go on that goes through their habitat, so you can kind of get a better look at them.
Oh, wow.
That's other got both black and white stripes of fur. So they're really black with both black and white stripes. Now those stripes clearly don't help them blend in with each other. Or sorry, with their environment. Oh, here, if you look on my driver's side here, I've got a nice example of their cheek there. So that's why we want to keep our hands inside the vehicle. I'll just throw some cookies in there. But yeah, those stripes don't help them blend in with their environment, but they do help them blend in with each other, and that's really important when you've got a predator like a lion chasing them down. It's going to be hard for that lion to pick out an individual zebra to attack when they're running together, blending in a herd. Now over here on the right, up there on that rocky slope, we do have some Barbary sheep. So those guys are from the Barbary Coast in Africa.
Oh, wow.
And they blend in with their environment really well. They're on that slope, it's really hard to pick them out, but they're up there kind of at the top there, so they're a little easier to see right now. But those guys have some soft pads on the bottom of their hoof, and that gives them a really good grip on those rocks that they climb. So they are really... He had his first birthday about a month ago now. Hi, buddy. Good boy. So we got both of these guys after they were naturally weaned off of their mothers. They came to us from a facility in Ohio. And they're just kind of in this baby giraffe nursery right now. They've got that nice temperature-controlled barn back there for them to keep them nice and cozy. And they're just in here getting used to their surroundings while they're growing. But once they're old enough, big enough, they will be let out into the Serengeti to be with all of our other animals.
They're cute.
Yeah, they are super cute. And they're kind of still learning how to eat these cookies. So giraffes have prehensile tongues, which means they can kind of use them as fingers. They can reach out and wrap it around that cookie and pull it back in, so that's kind of what I'm trying to teach them. But also I like to show off their tongues. This guy's still definitely learning, kind of just got to shove it in his mouth. But I like to show off their tongues because they've got that nice purple color, and so that's actually more melanin in their skin, so that's that darker pigment. And actually, okay, that was awkward. That actually serves a really important function for these guys. Adult giraffes, they are very not head shy, which is weird for giraffes.
You know where they're going, don't you? Oh, look at that. Oh. Bye. You know, you guys are troublemakers, looks like it. Look how big that. You know where they're going, don't you? Oh, look at that. Oh. Bye. You know, you guys are troublemakers, looks like it. that.
He's got that nice pink bill, as well as he's got some pink shins, and so he's got that nice coloration. He's got those black and white feathers. Our female further up ahead, her name is Sriracha, so she is very spicy, but she's much more dull, just kind of brown overall. She doesn't have any nice pink coloration or anything like that, and that's called sexual dimorphism, when the sexes appear physically different. A lot of times in birds, it'll be the male that is more brightly colored, and that's to attract the females. Now he is sitting on some eggs there, and those eggs were laid by our female Sriracha, but they are not fertilized, and so they will not turn into baby ostriches. We will be pulling them at some point, but we do provide fake eggs for them. Now if you take a look down at their hooves, they've kind of got a little black and white striped patterning there. Kind of makes it look like they're wearing little shoes and socks. I think it's super cute. Those are our nilgai. Now this area we're going through right now is called the Wash. When it rains, especially during monsoon season, this turns into a raging river, so we definitely cannot drive vehicles through at that time. Even for days after the rain has stopped, the sand is just too thick and too soft. We do get stuck. So right now we're okay. But if you guys look over to the right, we do have some Asian water buffalo. Those guys are hanging out over there by the fence line. So these guys have been domesticated for about 5,000 years now. The domesticated ones are used for a lot of different things, including meat, labor, transportation, and dairy. Their dairy makes up about 60% of the global production of mozzarella cheese.
Yum.
The higher quality pizzas around here. So if you guys have had a lot of mozzarella cheese, there's a good chance you've had some Asian water buffalo milk. They do have this pool over here on the right that the Asian water buffalo especially love to wallow in during these hot summer months. Sometimes we'll catch them hanging out in their pool. Captivity is to provide them with as much space as possible, so we definitely do our best with that here. Now we are a private facility, which means that we don't get any help from the government when it comes to funding, and so just by coming out and paying for admissions, and especially by paying for this tour, you guys have helped us care for and feed all of our animals, so thanks so much for coming out today, guys. Now coming up on the left, we've got some habitats for our black bears. So we do have 4 black bears here at the park. They are also rescues. These 2 here on the end were rescued after their mother was shot by a hunter, and I do see one of them right here at the fence. So you can see this one is more of a tan, kind of brown color, and looks like a little wet. So these guys aren't always going to be black. Black bears can be different shades of tan and brown as well. But this one just looks like got out of the pool. We've been fundraising for that for quite a while. Finally had the means to do so, and so while they were sleeping, we were at work, and when they came out of their hibernation, they had a brand new pool to play in. Over here on the right, that is the house for our owners, Dean and Prairie. So they do live on site. It's nice to have them around whenever needed. They've definitely got one of the coolest backyards. Sometimes the Rhino Jericho or our Giraffe Pilgrim will kind of walk up the hill and be basically in their backyard. So,
oh, really?
that's pretty cool. Coming up on the right, we've got a habitat for our other set of young lions here at the park. So we did see those 3 youngsters up on the bridge earlier. We've got 3 more in here. I can see at least a couple of them are hanging out underneath the shade of this tree right through here. So we've got Kimbia, Amani, and Ascari, a girl and 2 boys. These guys are about 2 years old, so a little younger than those other ones. So the boys are definitely in their awkward teenage phase. Got some cool mohawks right now. But again, these guys are also offspring of Ted, Lady, and Kayla. Now, we won't be having any more babies anytime soon. We did decide that we had enough right now, and we want to keep room for any other rescues that we get in. Ted, Lady, and Kayla were initially rescues when we got them, so we allowed allowed them to breed naturally until we got those kiddos. But then we decided that was enough, so we went ahead and gave 10 a vasectomy. You actually can't neuter them because they would lose their mane. They need the testosterone to keep that mane up. But we did give them a vasectomy, so no more babies for us. Over here on the right, this is a habitat with some tigers in it. So we've got Zara, Qatar, and Sunrise in here. Some of our younger lions are tigers are about 3 years old now. You'll be seeing plenty of tigers in our Tiger Splash today. That show is at 1:15. Definitely don't miss out on that. But tigers aren't doing so well out in the wild, guys. They are critically endangered, and that's mainly due to habitat loss. A lot of it has to do with deforestation due to palm oil. So if you guys are at the store and you take a look at that ingredient list and it's got palm oil in it, then maybe try to look for an alternative that does not have palm oil. That's just one thing that we can do to try to help tigers out in the wild. Over here on the left, though, we do have a couple of our Mexican gray wolves. They're hanging out underneath their shade structure right here. We do have 2 wolf-dog hybrids that are part of the pack. That's actually, one of them is actually hanging out there on the right, I believe. That's one of our wolf-dog hybrids. So they were introduced as pups, and the pack accepted them so they can all live together. But there definitely is a hierarchy in there. We've got an alpha male that rules the pack, so he definitely is in charge. He actually might be him up there on that rock right there under this next shade structure. But we do have 6 of these guys in here.
I'm having lunch. I am having a ham and cheese sandwich, bacon chips, and a Gatorade. So I'm going to go ahead, finish eating, and then walk around some, and then go see the Tiger Splash show. So I'll talk to you guys more in a bit. Taking care of tigers. No, I'll let the trainers do that. But I'm wondering, I was just thinking, in the wintertime, how can those people stand that water? Because it's going to be freezing.
I don't know. If I said come on in, who would come in? Let me see. Wow. You're going to make that jump? Daniel, don't take him over this time.
Tiger.
Now, he's considering he would like it. Okay? He said, now, movement triggers predation. There's no attack unless there's movement. So movement, he's going to go. He's going to go a little higher, a little higher, a little higher, a little lower. No, broke focus. When focus is broken, there is no attack. Okay. He wants more. Here he goes.
Oh.
Tiger Splash!
Whoa. Good tiger. It reminds me of someone I know.
By the way, when he swims, he didn't learn to swim. He swims by instinct. That means no learning is required. That means subconscious. Okay?
I thought cats hate
Behavior
swimming.
automatically by the circumstance, the environment that they're in. For a tiger to swim, add water. So we also discovered that animals understand economics. The value of somebody has a certain value for one item. It may be different for another person and another item. When we discovered this, we were able to make deals, okay? Trades, if you will.
I am back. I got back about 5:30. Traffic was terrible. Not but until I got into the Phoenix area. It was like bumper to bumper to bumper on I-17. I guess the freeway was shut down on Joe Max to Deer Valley, so I had to get off of Joe Max, and luckily I found another route home. So I'm home. I'm safe. Today was a fun day, though. I got to see tigers and lions and giraffes, and went on a safari jeep tour. Oh, what else did I do? That was pretty awesome though. So I'll talk to you guys more in a bit. Please remember, contact your friends, your family, co-workers, anyone, texting them, messaging them, emailing them, FaceTiming them, anything. Let them know you like, let them know you said hi and all that good stuff. Now I'm going to say goodnight from here. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and comment down below. I'm going to say goodnight.